So I'm going to put a bead like that. That's the hardener. And here's the resin. It's a one-to-one relationship. Put another one right next to it once it decides to flow down there. Oh dear. That should do it. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I use this a lot in model rocketry to help create fillets on the fins where it joins the airframe or the body tube of the rocket. And with the 5 minutes, it just you don't have to wait too long. Alright, so it's all milky white right now. Should be okay. So the voids I'm going to fix are this area here and fill along this whole edge where you can see the cardboard. And on this one here, when I pour it in there, I'm going to clamp it let that weep down there and let me grab a clamp. Off the excess, put this clamp on there, and hopefully that'll pull in. Now we'll put some here. The main reason I think is just, it's going to look nicer if it doesn't have a little hollowed out piece in between the inner and outer layer that we put in of the carbon fiber. And it will weep into the area, so even though it seems really thick, it does flow. And we'll come back here in just a second, and any of the epoxy that I've got on the outside we'll just wipe down with alcohol. It's already starting to flow in there nicely. I just want, when I go out to ride someplace and somebody else shows up in a 690, I want them to go, "Wow, where'd you get that?" Then they'll say, "Make me one." And I'll say, "Not on your life. Bug the guys at Elite Performance." And I think his name is Eric, who owns it. Anyway, to create a demand, and then we don't have to do this again. See that okay? Am I not close enough? Trying to get it to flow down those little grooves there. And any other places I see openings. Looks like I needed a 1/4 inch more of this stuff to get down in here. Doing on this side. Do I have any excess? I wonder if I should paint this thing orange, then no one knows what secrets I got under here. I wonder where it came from. Okay, now that I've got that, I'm going to get me some alcohol out. Take care of any side drips. Okay, I like it. And you keep going back and do it as often as you want until you're happy with it. I think most people would just be happy with what I got right now. But I got the time and I got the, although I do want to go break in a new muffler, so we'll have to see how that goes. If because I know if I use this other epoxy resin, we're going to be sitting here for 24 hours letting the thing cure before I go out and play with it. But it's a little cool out today, so maybe it's a good day to just play indoors. I got lots of stuff to bolt to that KTM to swap out. Alright, so I'm going to put that just like that. I'll clean my gloves so I can reuse this again, since they seem to be in short supply right now in my man cave here. Okay, that's it for, let's pick it up again. Alright, I've got some 2-ounce fiberglass cloth that I'm going to put over the top of our project. So I'm going to make sure it's about the right width on either side. Take my handy dandy rolling cutter. Oh, that's a lot. Looks like I got carried away. So, what we're going to do, again like before, we're going to take our tape, put that everywhere we don't want it to unravel. Since we have this excess, let's go ahead and cut it off. Save that for another trip. So at the time I bought this, it was, for reference, it was $5.50 for a yard. Okay, so kind of messed up here because I went and cut right through my paper, which is protecting the table. Okay, well, here we go again. No, I'm not going to worry about it. So if you remember right, the we'll coat this all with epoxy. Pour epoxy on top of the 2-ounce stuff. Spread it around with the gloves on. here. So okay. Hopefully that'll cover the entire part. Let's try it. Move that over here. And we're going to start working out the bowls from the inside out. And we can use a squeegee for that. Okay, we're now a little layer of fiberglass. We've now been covered it with lots of resin. It's super shiny right now. And we'll go ahead and just start cutting it off. Sharp X-Acto knife. And here's a little groove where I had the string that was going down to hide everything. So I'm going to get some really coarse sandpaper. And sand this guy smooth, and then maybe cover it with some clear spray. Okay, I got this orbital sander. Let's see what some alcohol is going to do this. All the dust off it. Okay, let's take this outside. I need to cut this off. Like that. Other than that, theoretically, this thing should still go back on. We haven't really done too much to the mounting configurations. That thing's going to brighten right up as soon as we put some clear paint on it. We're going to spray this thing with a clear coat. It's a lacquer. Got a choice of enamel lacquer. I chose lacquer. I've got this stuff sitting around from doing rocketry stuff. So if it doesn't stick, we'll just sand it off, do it again. It's supposed to be 70 degrees. You got lots of snow on the ground, as you can see here. You know, it snowed a couple days ago, and it's supposed to snow again tonight. But I'm going to take advantage of the nice weather. Let's get this in the sun so it'll... Oh, we'll do the inside first. A lot of wind. Of course, I don't want to get it on my camera. That wouldn't be cool. See, if you didn't, I didn't put fiberglass on the inside, and see how shiny that is. But the outside, it's got this kind of greenish thing too, because of the amount of resin I use. All right, let's see what it looks like if we do this. It's bringing out a little bit of the carbon fiber. I have a run there. Almost has a kind of a Kevlar look to it. You know, maybe that's what I'll tell people. It's got Kevlar and carbon fiber, and that's why it's got this yellowish thing to it. But so if this does its job, there'll hardly be any clear coat left on it, because any rocks we hit or stuff will knock it off. And this might be easier if I just turn this into the sun. Here's a dry spot. Let's see. Spray 2 even coats to achieve wet look. Use full strokes. Can be recoated in 2 hours. Alright, let's do it again. I'm not much of a painter, so we'll have to see how that goes. Let's check the back. This ought to dry really fast in the sun. See, it says it wants us to be at 70 degrees, use at room temperature, but a little bit cooler out here, but because we're in the sun, should be okay. Well, I think that's about good. Although, here, let me do this. I'll get the top edge over there. Yeah, that's almost green. So use a little bit less resin when you do yours, and I think it'll be a lot cooler. So if I ever do my buddies, if they want us to do this, I'll be a little bit more careful, or maybe stop with the carbon fiber. I think this is a heavy duty carbon fiber mat. It's a twill blend too, so it's kind of rough, and maybe there's a thinner, lighter ounce that could be used as a final coat. But I kind of dig it. Hi, Deacon. Doing good? Skid plate is doing a job. First mud we ran into. Very cool. Helps protect the engine.